Love's for beginners, ain't no winners. It slips through your fingers. I ain't telling no lies. So F all the drama, F the karma. Just do what you wanna. Promise you got time. Be you and keep looking forward. Don't you look backwards and you'll be fine. Come through and say what you need to. Don't let them put you down. Baby, let me tell you what it feels like. Being independent, no trouble inside. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Let me tell you what it feels like. Being old mama, yeah, treat yourself right. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Come get your future. Know you wanna, she'll never betray ya. She ain't telling no lies. So break the glass ceiling, find your meaning, make truth out of dreaming. Yeah. Baby, let me tell you what it feels like. Being independent, no trouble inside. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Let me tell you what it feels like. Being old mama, yeah, treat yourself right. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Be you and keep looking forward. Don't you look backwards and you'll be fine. Come through and say what you need to. Don't let them put you down. Baby, let me tell you what it feels like. Being independent, no trouble inside. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life. Let me tell you what it feels like. Being old mama, yeah, do yourself right. It's like magic, living like a bad bitch. 'Cause baby, you deserve the best in life.
Question: did you get a chance to meet with the royal family? And if not, how was it like having them there in the building?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph?
The Prince and Princess of Wales.
Oh, no, I did not. I'm only familiar with one royal family. I don't know too much about that one.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the now Thursday podcast, at least in the UK, because it's 1 a.m. and I had to literally drag myself on to this laptop. But I was like, let me summon the energy of the Sussex squad and come forth to laptop to do podcasts. So here I am. And thank you all so much for tuning in, because I almost didn't do this podcast. Literally only scheduled it about half an hour ago, but I thought, let me just do a podcast. It's either I do one now or I get up early at 7:30 and do a pre-show like I did last week. So I'd rather do it now. I'm not going to do a pre-show. And I don't really have a whole lot to say. I'm going to be real quick with this one. But yeah, let's just say our hellos and then I will get to it. Welcome everyone. Just make sure you hit that thumbs up button and that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Get to 13,000 before the year closes. That would be a great way to end the year. Yes, light side where it's past 1 a.m. Cinderella, usually up at 1 a.m. Really? No, I'm an early sleeper. I'm usually to bed by 10 p.m. That's my bedtime. That's bedtime for me. I like to sleep early and then wake up early. Oh, Novi didn't expect me. Well, I did actually go to judo today or yesterday, because it was our very, very last lesson. It was a very light lesson, and it was just a chance to say thank you to everyone and goodbye. And I really wanted to do that, so I had to go, but I came back really late. But they are so thankful you all for all of your donations. They really appreciate it, and thank you for showing so much generosity to them. I feel like I've really found a home there. And I will be between the UK and wherever I am for the next few years until I basically get a home. And I'm so glad that I have somewhat of a social home to go to when I'm back. I love it there. Cinderella, when I was working, I worked overnight shifts a lot. Oh, them overnight shifts. My mom was a ward nurse in the early days when we came here, so I know them overnight shifts are hard. Right. Let's just get to it then. So, yeah, you can see it on the screen. The final trailer before the second half of the Netflix documentary series drops in about 7 hours was released. And it went a little bit more into the smear campaign that was launched. And you hear Meghan say, and they'd go, we're going to make that go away. A story about someone in the family would pop up for a minute. And isn't this just what the squad has been saying for the last, what, forever? Right? Pretty much when the when the smear campaign really went into overdrive, we've been saying that there was a effort within the palace. Sometimes I wonder, did we see it before Harry and Meghan saw it? I mean, I don't want to stretch here, but at the end of the day, when you're in a bubble, sometimes you don't always recognize what's going on, especially if you, because Meghan said herself, one of her biggest regrets was she regrets trusting them and that she would be protected. And I mean, a lot of people will say the smear campaign really kicked up and went into overdrive when William's alleged rosebush antics almost came to light. You know, when Meghan was pregnant. And yes, it did get particularly ferocious. But as far as I'm concerned, and I've always been concerned, the smear campaign started the moment it was announced that Meghan and Harry were dating. The way in which the tabloid press talked about Meghan, instead of using pictures from her humanitarian work, from her blog, from her business, using pictures of almost exclusively of her deal or no deal time, you know, pictures of her in more skimpier outfits, trying to portray her much like the archetypes that she talked about, like this American actress bimbo who's trying to steal our prince. And yes, that's pretty much how, unfortunately, the UK tabloid press and its culture treats women, period. But one would never have imagined where it would escalate from there. And I hope that in tomorrow's docuseries, that really gets its own deep dive. I don't believe that they are going to out William and Kate too much. I think they'll be quite subtle about it. I think they'll say enough to make it obvious without saying it. But I feel from the outside looking in that there could still be some legal things going on, stuff with, court case going on, that they maybe would not outrightly say William and Kate's names. So it's going to be interesting. Trailers are sometimes edited in a way that are misleading, but it is obvious that this will focus a lot more on the press. And even today, Emily Andrews, she's written a huge piece, and it's literally I couldn't get the screenshot in time, but she's written a huge piece, and it is front page of the Daily Mail online about Meghan talking nonsense. And remember, I played Emily Andrews' clip yesterday, did I not? Of her speaking not as a journalist, but as the gossip mongering Royal Rota rat that she is, almost relishing in the fact that she has access to the royals. And I met with, Harry and William's communications officer, Jason Off, and, we had a conversation and we were talking about Meghan and Kate, and, the way that she was talking, this is not somebody that's interested in the truth. I honestly believe that these royal writers get a sick kick out of the fact that they have so much access to these people. They get a sick kick out of the fact that they can literally dangle positive and negative press over your nose like a carrot. They get a sick kick out of the fact that it's almost as if they make the royals dance. And the relationship between these writers and the royals is so toxic. And what's crazy to me is that these royal rodent reporters, it's like they have no fear and they're just allowed to be so toxic. It's just very strange, very abusive, and very troubling dynamic, both for the people within the institution and the fact that this is just allowed in general. Why are these people allowed so much leverage over what is meant to be a powerful institution? Or maybe we need to stop actually looking at it that way. The powerful institution, or rather just this tool of the establishment that keeps people in line, that keeps the class system in check. But yes, the royal writers are having a panic attack. A lot of videos of the Rota staff saying that they were, getting leaks, saying that they were getting briefings from inside the palace, have been making the rounds and going viral again. And Emily Andrews' clip, Dan Wooten's clip. The calls are coming from inside the house, as Barron would say. I can't say it as good as he says it. But we know that famous Dan Wooten clip. And also other journalists. There's another lady, I think her name is it something Schofield? Is it Philippa Schofield? Something Sophie Schofield? Her basically saying that she was getting briefings also. Numerous videos being shared. So I think it is going to go down in about 6 or 7 hours, and it's really the British press that are going to get thrown under the bus. As Christopher Boothby posted earlier, several journalists wanted to know who I was talking about when I said they were actively recruiting people to dismantle disinformation. You will have to watch Harry and Meghan Volume 2 on Thursday to find out. And I am wondering, remember I said last week that the trolls were getting scared, and there were some trolls that had eluded the Yankee Wallies the Taz is that they had some connections to the palace. And I'm wondering if that's what we're going to find out tomorrow. Also, because of all of this, the rumors of William's alleged for the lawyers listening, Rosebush antics have come up again. She Knows actually posted this article, which was then reposted on Yahoo. Now, to the best of my knowledge, last time I checked, this is still up. But we know that the palace can often have these articles taken down very quickly if they want to. Even though She Knows is not within the jurisdiction of the of any type of injunction that may have been placed on the press in the UK. So the press, at least the international press, are getting a little bit more brave in wanting to talk about this. And even Denise Welsh, who's a UK personality, she's often on the morning talk shows. I think she's sometimes on Loose Women. Even she tweeted, why are they talking about why are the press talking about the situation like we don't all know what they're talking about? Like we don't all know that they're talking about William's alleged Rosebush antics. Piss Moron is still throwing a tantrum, as per usual. And he tweeted, the royal family should say absolutely nothing about the California mudslingers ever again. Don't talk about them, don't brief about them, just confine them to the trash can of whiny black celebrity irrelevance with dignified regal silence. They're not going to, well, the press isn't going to stop talking about Harry and Meghan because Piers Morgan knows, and we all know, just how much money Harry and Meghan make them. This guy, he's going to get his. Like, if I had to choose between Piers Morgan getting his and Africa getting the diamonds back, I'm sorry, I'm choosing Piers Morgan getting his. Right, to your comments before we continue. Thank you so much for joining the chat. Those of you just joining us now. Thank you, Church Lily. Wonderful Wednesday. Well, it's Thursday in the UK now. If I suddenly go silent and you just hear snoring, it's because I've fallen asleep. Joan Garcia, yes, they have no fear because there's no consequences. Yeah, Lightside. Some of them have been quite quiet. Some of them. Chosen to be his. Did you see the message that I sent you via IG? No. Are you chosen to be his on Instagram? Because it's easier for me to recognize you if you've got the same name on Instagram. Or are you something else? I don't often go through my Instagram messages just because I get so many. So maybe like once a week. So if I don't get to you straight away, I do apologize. And it's also good, by the way, if you're trying to message me on Instagram, try to send me an actual message, like written message. Because sometimes people maybe send me links to things, and that goes in like almost like the junk box side of my Instagram messages. Yes, Emma, everything is coming out little by little, bit by bit. I feel like this is a little bit of a slow game, but a smart game on Harry and Meghan's part. Because, to be honest, they didn't really say a lot about the palace anyway in the first half. But look at how much the palace has revealed themselves because of their panic. Kathy G, wasn't there a bot traced to because in the palace? Yes. Yes. And Jenny Afia says that she's actually got evidence of the briefing. She said she's got evidence. Right. Anyway, slightly more positive news. These are the viewing hours compared to other shows of the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary series. Now, we knew that they had gotten over 80 85 million updated figures viewing hours. But when you actually look at that now compared to all of the other shows, it's even more phenomenal. You know, Wednesday, which has been one of the biggest shows of the year, coming in at 269 million. You know, that's the only other one that beats it out. The Crown is all the way down at number 5 at 18 million. Isn't that just phenomenal? Some of the other shows, Firefly Lane, no idea what that is. 1899, no idea what that is. Too Hot to Handle, I believe that's some kind of reality TV show. Snack versus Chef, Dead to Me, and Manifest. So they outdid all of those shows. And the only other show that outdid the Harry and Meghan documentary series is Wednesday, which has been everywhere. Literally everywhere. How phenomenal is that? The two that they said were going to be relevant and poor and flipping burgers and living in a trailer. Right. Also, Cambridge's Christmas card came out. I'm not going to show the Christmas card. And I'm not going to show the Christmas card because they so obviously picked the type of clothing for that card and style of that card because they wanted people to make comment about the fact that they'd perhaps copied Harry and Meghan's Christmas card from last year. That's why they did a card that looked almost exactly the same as Harry and Meghan's card. Because that's exactly what they wanted people to talk about. And I'm just not going to give it that much time. Vogue magazine was super sneaky though. They put just in Prince William and Kate Middleton have released their 2022 family holiday card. Here's your first look. But look at who they put in the tweet. They put Harry and Meghan's card instead. Just to get engagement. Also, the Telegraph posted this last year. I didn't see this, but it said, have Meghan and Harry been unveiled as Ralph Lauren's latest campaign stars? Are the Sussexes about to announce a new partnership with Gap? No, but the heavy denim theme of their 2021 Christmas card could easily be advertising image for their label. Well, isn't it lovely that they think that Harry and Meghan can be Gap and Ralph Lauren campaign stars? Why not? I mean, was that meant to be like an underhanded insult? It is the Telegraph. But apparently now denim is in and all the royals are wearing denim. I hope they don't go too crazy. I hope they don't start wearing black nail polish. Right. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? No, there was not. Oh yeah, here's Kate with some friends. I will say nothing, absolutely nothing about these pictures. But I will take your comments and then we will call it a day. Because I need to get some sleep so I can be up just before 8 a.m. to watch the rest of the docuseries. Marianne, can Piers Morgan spell mudslinger? Let me help him out, Piers Morgan. Yeah, he spelled mudslinger wrong. Totally wrong. Be strong, he said, lots of leaky faucets lately. Some pipes want to burst already. Exactly. We all know what the press want to talk about. They want to talk about William's Rosebush antics. Because that's a payday for them. Cinderella, I read a headline that the documentary was a flop and a few people watched. Yes, a lot of the UK tabloids jumped the gun and started to post headlines that it's flopped. And unfortunately, they do this knowing that that headline is going to stick. Most people will see that headline, unfortunately, and actually think that this documentary series was a flop. they're not gonna, or they're likely not gonna go and actually check the true figures. They'll just believe the headline. And once that lie is out there, it's difficult to correct the truth. So they don't really care that they're wrong in saying that it was a flop. They just want that idea to be embedded in people's minds. Beverly, I think where this docu-series leaves off, the rest will be in Prince Harry's book. Can't wait till Thursday and January. Yes, I think there'll be a lot more in that book. Housewalk, UK media wanted to turn Meghan into a mad woman. I'm glad they left the UK. Yes, so am I. Aren't we all? Because it does not bear thinking about what could have happened if they had stayed. All right, who's going to get the last word of the day? Because for real, in about 2 minutes, you're just going to hear like a thud and then me snoring. And I don't want to fall asleep live on air. Yes, Annie, no comment. I am making no comments at all. I don't know why parents continue to do this. But you know what? On the bright side, at least all of the royals have embraced hugging now. A little bit more care and attention to the poor little people. Gotta find the positive side, right? Yes, light side, this is a recent picture. And yes, she got bangs. New hairstyle. All right, that puzzle dot, I'm going to give you the last word of the day because it's just so fitting. Good night. It's actually good morning, 1:30 in the morning here in the UK. But thank you everyone for coming. And yeah, I will see you again in so I'll watch it pretty much straight away. That'll be about 3 hours, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll be back again at about 12 or 1 p.m. UK time. Okay, I'm not going to play the music out. I will see you later on today. All right, love you all. Ciao.
I know you guys have played in front of a lot of celebrities, but what was it like to compete in front of royalty tonight? The Prince and Princess of Wales were in the building.
It was just a regular game to me.